That's awfully secure to have the number printed right on the card.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems to be some kind of giant degaussing machine. No. This machine encrypts objects with a security code.
Wonder if that'll be useful later on.
Well, this is either a map of San Francisco or a giant Etch-a-Sketch.
What's it fire to?
1091. That is important. Okay, so
Mel gave us the key to...
it didn't have a number on it.
I'll say it was something 12.
B-17 bomber.
Purnell's key. Can't tell. It's one of these.
Guess you're just gonna have to use it on all of them.
That one was unlocked.
So that's why it said open.
It's all locked up. Well, that won't work.
B-17.
I get the weird feeling that the one you're looking for has a perfect square for a number.
There's something in that one.
Yep.
The B-15 is cash.
Hello, Box. We meet again.
B-15 is cash?
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably cash from a drug bust.
Oh, we're stealing money from the government.
Wow, role reversal.
Not quite a pixel hunt.
Not quite.
You're a pixel one.
More like a polygon hunt, I guess.
Square hunt. Hitbox scan.
It's all locked up.
There we go.
Contains
What we
spinning.
got here?
Was there another one?
Looks like this paper.
Oh! Oh, that's lovely.
No.
When did
No.
you last save?
Never.
Not that long ago, fortunately.
Why'd that happen?
I don't remember
know.
us saving since we
Well.
found the pegs.
I see in parentheses there it says divide by 0.
How does that happen? Oh, that is frustrating.
I'm not sure if it's lazy programming or a little bug that they just barely didn't catch.
Yes.
Hooray.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
That'd be too
Do it again,
surprising.
do it again, do it again.
At least now we sort of maybe kind of...
Do it again.
No,
do
wait, it says cash from locker. So,
Oh, okay. So yeah, we've already gotten that one.
all right. So we have lost
it. Do it again,
Very
do
low.
it again,
Yeah.
do it again.
save.
Yes.
Save all the things.
All the things.
Do it again, do it again.
Divide by 0.
Why is caps lock not working?
Oh shit. Alright. What exactly is that?
An NSA ID badge. I bet I could get in quite a bit of trouble with this little baby.
He sounds so gleeful.
I bet I could defy
It's
the
'cause
laws
he's
of
a bad
physics.
guy.
NSA high security clearance badge.
Level 7 security clearance.
Bomb.
Uh-oh, Samuel L. Jackson says this is a level 7. Jackpot.
Oh boy, another disc.
You can tell it's important because it's got an eagle on it.
It's got a decal to every damn thing.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Daniel!
Why, Daniel? Why?
All I said was decals.
Yes, why?
So Daniel,
Why does
tell me
he-
about Roswell. Oh wait, never mind.
No, it's fine. There probably won't be any dialogue for this part. Go ahead and explain that bit.
What is the version you have heard?
Rather unpleasant, quite illegal. Quite illegal disposal of rather unpleasant chemicals on base. And
Oh,
production of unpleasant chemicals to boot.
see, mine's even better.
That's what we're experimenting.
And mine, I've seen a copy of the paperwork. Fun thing, in library school, we got a tour of the government documents section. And they were telling us about one of these great databases that the university has access to through their government documents program. And this database is... Okay, sometimes, a scholar can get access to a classified document and it'll be declassified for them and they'll get a copy of
What's
it.
that?
Well,
The pile of cash that I found?
fun thing,
Yeah.
No, you're like, why
you
put it-
can...
Because it's
when one
been...
has been declassified for
it's,
you
like,
specifically, you can
If I
then
tried to
sell
take it
this
out of the room,
document
it would set
to
the
this
alarm off.
Oh, I
database,
see.
and it becomes available to other
Well,
scholars.
that one.
That one isn't
They showed us a sample,
magnetized.
and what it is this communication
That's
between
what we
government
wanna do with a
agency, I
disc.
think to the
Magnetize it.
with about the right date on it, about how there had been an aircraft that had mistakenly... Well, they'd accidentally deployed an atomic bomb. It did not go off, but it had been accidentally deployed. Yeah, isn't that just delightful?
So,
Uh-oh.
what fell?
Well, hopefully I'm not, but...
Yes.
An unarmed, a
Yes.
dropped but unarmed nuke.
Yes. Isn't that delightful?
Whee! Now, I know the Groom Lake facility did have nasty chemicals and illegal dumping.
Yep.
too.
Yep. Yep.
That was interesting. Didn't know that. Once again, World War
This
III,
is an
almost
old
caused by
DVD
stupidity.
format disc, and it won't run on my computer.
Oh, good. At least they have DVDs not work anymore because they're obsolete. It must be a Blu-ray.
Also, Sonic, you can't really magnetize an optical disc.
Yeah, that's what I was...
Alright, combine this.
They probably just had it
Well, what if
magnetic
they use the
security on
science?
Oh, that didn't work.
it. You shanked my Jenga ship.
There we go.
As I recall, this puzzle is slightly glitched.
It's not glitched, it's just not very straightforward.
You're not very straightforward.
Plus, some things don't quite line up like I should.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah. 1. Calcutta, India to Urumqi, China. So, Calcutta... Where is the place?
Oh, your mouse is like
Oh,
right on.
it's up there. So, that is a vertical line. So that's 1. 2, Bombay to Dhaka.
Bombay.
That crosses that other line.
Kind of dates
Yeah,
this particular
right.
Kind of
one of
So I
those.
think it'd be there to there.
slightly diagonally.
A star to...
Let's
I don't
see,
even-
that's
you sure it's not
I'd
the
make
star?
it the lower star.
Oh no, I know what I'm doing with this.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. 'Cause
It's to do with the puzzle not being very straightforward.
Ah.
Pretty much what you're supposed to do is the pegs always go in opposite holes from each other through the center, and you're supposed to be able to tell which from which by noting the rough heading from one to the other.
Ah.
Okay, next is Kathmandu to Rangoon.
Alright.
So that's
Kathmandu.
it's probably this one. And this. Nope, that wasn't it. This one to this one. Yep, that's it.
So you run out of pegs if you don't.
Well, it resets it.
Oh, okay.
You don't lose the pegs.
pegs
if you put them in the
disappear.
thing. That would suck.
It looks like you've drawn a three-dimensional Cartesian star, XYZ.
Horizontal.
Madras to Bangkok.
Nah.
Yep.
Derp.
Alright. Phnom Penh, or Phnom as they just typed it, to Beijing.
Oh god, now the coordinates are in 4 dimensions.
Beijing,
My
that's...
brain hurts.
That would be here. To here. Bandar Seri Begawan to Hanoi. Da, da, da. So that should be there.
One way you could go with that one.
There. Tokyo to Pyongyang.
Okay.
What else do I get there? From Yang, okay, so it's the
Yeah.
middle.
Again, there's really only one way you can go with that one.
Yep. And then
And
which
that's-
direction do I go? Shanghai to Guangzhou. Here, this one.
Jenga!
This box contains a module similar to the one in the first box. There's also a slide.
Slide.
Oh, you know where the slide projector is.
It's a slide with a picture of some strange object. The boy put it in the box must be important.
Kudak.
Some strange power cell.
Labeled
like
power cell, item number 186.
I have no idea what this thing is, though it looks like a module. It's connected with other pieces.
Okay.
So do we have the part, whatever it was that Purnell wanted?
Yes we do.
We should call her.
Yes.
We're seriously just going to travel to the next room.
Yeah.
It's 2 rooms away. So, I'm saving a little bit of time.
Gotta love that PI teleportation.
I wish I could.
We're a
teleport.
sedentary lot, in case that wasn't obvious.
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk right now,
Dang it.
but if you leave your name and bid phone number, maybe I'll get back to you.
In real life, if I could have a ridiculous superpower, it would probably be teleportation.
That would be a pretty handy one.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
What's ridiculous about
Just to make it fun,
teleportation?
I limit it to where I could see. I'd still be able to cover ground really quickly that way.
A ridiculous superpower would be like the ability to generate clown wigs on the
That would be pretty ridiculous.
But not as useful.
You would be thrown out of everything.
Oh
How
man,
would they trace it to you?
imagine like going to the opera and then just
Oh, I would.
on stage.
Oh, I can think of better
State-
uses.
no, 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 no.
I would
guys.
stealthily do it to every member of the audience.
I've
starting
got
with that.
4 words. State of the Union.
Ooh.
I have a better one for you, dear. You will feast.
I like mine better. Okay, so we want to go to the cabin and use the slide projector?
Humiliating.
Well,
display.
we don't really need to, and that wasn't a slide projector anyway. That was
Yeah.
Oh,
a like a
Yeah, they
16
showed us the
millimeter
slide.
film.
Oh, okay.
It was made of
Paper.
Okay, we have
numbers.
so many more keys, I think, now. Have we used all of them?
I think we have.
Yeah,
We have a new ID badge, but
That doesn't get us anywhere yet.
Paper with numbers. Do we want to call Trouble?
we could.
Hello, Tex. Found any leads on our mystery initials?
Flirt a little.
Yeah, why not?
How much you want to bet the letters B and J come into play at that
Oh boy.
Depends. What will you give me if I say yes?
Told you.
I'm open to negotiation. Can't help you with that. Haven't heard that name.
Notice how we completely don't tell her that we've opened the box.
That's another name I've heard. I think he may have been an associate of my father, though I can't be sure. Can't help you with that.
Nothing the initials. Oh, well, she's the one who told us about those.
Don't know what that is.
What does she say about herself?
I had to fight for everything I've ever got. Now I want what my father had.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
What does she say about Tex?
I think you and I make a good team.
Oh my goodness.
She sounds proto-bitchy.
You know, I think, when someone gets back from Phoenix, cat fight?
I would sell tickets.
You would
think
sell
this
tickets or
one
you
would
would buy
win.
tickets?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Regan would win.
Are you sure? Chelsea has some mystery mutant power.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
I know.
don't know what it is.
And and not to mention like the wealth of experience.
She's 30.
We should bother Gordon about the initials, methinks.
If you say so.
He might know things.
I will rely on your prescience.
Have you had any luck recovering the box from the NSA?
Yeah, I got it, but I don't think the feds are too happy with me right now. You got a second to talk?
Certainly.
Only if I can say things like a cantankerous old man.
I suppose that could refer to Archie Ellis. I believe he's the editor of the Cosmic Connection.
We could have gotten that by looking closer at Cosmic Connection.
I don't believe I have any additional information.
What about that parasol?
The power cell was recovered from the site near Roswell.
Doo-doo.
Project Blueprint was the name given to the military's analysis of the alien materials.
They
Have
used
we
it
asked
to
him about
develop
Elijah Witt?
iPods.
I don't know.
Oh yes, I know of it. He's a respected writer in the field of UFO studies. By all appearances, he's a reclusive man.
Kind of venomous too, just like a spider.
Nope. Okay.
After Fitzpatrick hangs up, I realize I forgot to ask him for Ellis's phone number. I decided to check the directory, and surprisingly, Ellis's name is listed.
Good job, Dex.
Identify yourself.
Oh, wow. Yes. Hobbit humor.
Hobbit humor.
Hobbit humor.
I am Gandalf, wielder of the Glamdring and slayer of the Balrog.
I am unfamiliar with your code name. Why have you contacted me?
Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
I'm a friend of Dr. Thomas Malloy.
Tell me your name and your connection to Dr. Malloy.
mention the boxes.
My name's Murphy, and I have a package you sent. I'm trying to locate others who received similar packages.
I am familiar with the packages you refer to. I do not have one of them.
You're lying.
Well, that didn't go very well. Maybe I should try it again. Dr. Malloy asked me to carry on his work involving hieroglyphics found in the Roswell spaceship.
By the way, Murphy,
If you have knowledge of the Roswell hieroglyphics, then you should know other details regarding alien studies. If you can answer several questions, I will agree to meet with you.
Oh, really?
Who was the author of There Are Messages from Space?
You got the title wrong. You suck. Ha 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 ha.
J.I. Thelway, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
J.I. Thelway?
Correct. What is the name of the site of the immense alien landing strips in Peru?
Lunch of the Gods.
The Plain of Nazca.
Correct. Name the structure located at Tijuana.
The Gate of the Sun.
Why do they give you obviously wrong answers? To
Home of the world's nastiest nuts.
Because apparently they've given us enough headaches on the other puzzles.
Also because if
Gate
you
of the
haven't gotten
Sun.
all the information,
You have
they
passed the test. Contact Archibald Ellis at 413 Vina Del Mar.
Seriously, why is Murphy still using his phone? It is probably tapped.
Yeah, you know the NSA has tapped the shit out of that.
The sloppily painted sign 413 Vina Del Mar identifies the place as the Cosmic Connection. The display window is filled with charms, amulets, UFO books, and astrology charts. It doesn't look too promising. I open the door and step inside. An innocuous-looking little man is debating furiously with someone on the vidphone.
Kirk with the best captain ever.
Extraterrestrial contact was made by the Russians throughout the 50s. It is well documented. The aliens had to get rid of Kennedy before he exposed them, and LBJ was certainly under their control, if not actually one of them.
LBJ was a commie, mate.
Look, Larry, Vietnam was a ruse to divert the America's public attention and to throw our political system into chaos.
Cliche, cliche, cliche.
You know what, Larry? You're really beginning to get on my nerves here, okay? So why don't I call you back later? Goodbye. You always sneak up on people like
He
that?
looks familiar.
I'm a PI.
It's like a white Steve Urkel.
No.
Yeah, that's right. You must be Murphy. Here's my card. You got one?
It's
Darn
not
it,
who
I
he looks like,
I
but
think I just handed out my
more
last
than that,
one.
the person
Oh,
he's
okay,
reminding
well,
me
you
of
get me one
is,
later.
What's his name in Ghostbusters?
Oh, you're a private eye, huh? Never met a private eye before. Want some herbal tea?
No.
Yeah.
No? Oh, okay. So, you know Dr. Malloy.
I knew him. He's dead. The NSA murdered him.
Murdered?
Actually, I think the NSA wanted to take him alive. So I gathered from that the NSA wanted something from him. Now, you were with him recently. You have any idea what that would be? Oh, do you mind?
Actually, I do.
I think I
Well, I
always
guess
have
this
those
is the part
novels.
where you tell me everything you know about Malloy.
I wasn't done with that.
You are now.
Want me to start at the beginning?
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yes, I would.
Well, I publish a magazine called The Cosmic Connection. I'm sure you've heard of it. We feature investigative reports, interviews, anything concerning the supernatural, the ET, you know, anything like that. Anyway, one of my contacts in the field is a man by the name of Elijah Witt. Oh, he is a legend in the area of alien encounters. Anyway, a few months back, he set up an interview between Dr. Malloy and myself.
Witt say how he knew Malloy?
No, but I think that he, Witt, pulled some strings and got him, Malloy, a research lab at San Francisco Tech. Witt used to be a professor there. And,
any idea what Malloy was doing at the research lab?
I don't really know, but he did use a strange term, the Pandora device. I'm not really sure exactly what it means.
Pandora device.
Well, yeah, he talks about the dark seed that was unleashed.
What?
Well, something got loose, something alive. I mean, come on, there's been stories around for ages.
Richard Nixon.
Anyway, we talked about other things, you know, Roswell, of course. You know what? What you should probably do is read some books, and I can make some recommendations.
Oh, they have big pictures.
Let's see, I'm gonna start you with something light. Foucault's Pendulum. This is practically a manual on government conspiracies. And, let's see, Adrift in the Telluric Currents. Now, this is a little tougher read, but it's good. It's really good. And a must-read is The Fifth Column, okay, by Richard Eco. Now, this man, he was a prophet. I mean, he proved without reasonable doubt that we've been living amongst aliens for generations, and the government knows everything. I mean, it even hints that one of our presidents was a alien, if not at least half. You know, I won't tell you which president. I want to ruin the surprise for you. Anyway, it's all in there: crop circles, abductions, etc., etc. Look, want my advice? Don't trust anybody, okay? I mean, I can sense you're on the level here, but most of the time, people, you just don't know. Aliens are everywhere, man.
And they are terrible
Hey,
people.
How do you know I'm not an alien?
Murph, you're so silly. Everyone knows aliens deny their own existence.
Well, I appreciate you letting me borrow these.
Sure, just take them home with you.
Can I ask a few more questions?
Sure, that would be great.
It's always so
Oh, we have the
enthusiastic.
hanging note again.
Yeah, we have the whole cutscene. You know, so far, every time I've said something about it, it has.
There we go. There we go.
I didn't notice it this time.
Yeah.
Did Malloy send you a small box made of some strange metal? No apparent way of opening it up?
Well, actually he did, but it got stolen. That in the interview I did with Dr. Malloy. You know, I'm missing a stapler too and a few pens. I don't know if I misplaced them or...
Let me get this
I need
straight.
my
You
stapler.
just let somebody waltz in here and take the box?
Well, no, actually I hid it. But whoever broke in, they knew exactly what they were looking for. There were strange designs on the box. They looked Mayan or Aztec. The interview that I did with Dr. Malloy was on 2 separate discs. They only got the first one. You want to watch it? Sorry for the interruption, Doctor. This power cell, as you call it, could it be used to power these ships?
Hypothetically. But first, we'd have to get into the Roswell complex.
Is it my nap time?
And the military isn't about to roll out the red carpet.
My grandchildren
Rumors have
never call.
circulated for years about what really happened there. Would you care to shed some light on the incident?
Well, I can only tell you what I've heard. Among the various items recovered at the Roswell crash were several egg-shaped capsules stored inside a containment chamber. Now, no one could figure out how to open the capsules, so they faded into the background for years. Then the researchers figured out how to operate the accelerator. Apparently, someone used it on one of the capsules and something was released into the facility. And whatever it was, it killed off almost everyone in the complex before the military could quarantine the area.
And no one's been in the complex since then?
Not that I know of.
Thank you for your time, Doc.
Interesting.
So, what do you think? Pretty cool, huh?
Road trip.
Well, the stuff about Roswell was interesting. He didn't say anything about the Pandora device.
Nope. So what are we gonna do now?
Well, I've got to find out more about the Pandora device. Maybe I ought to contact Elijah Witt.
Ooh, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Why not?
Well, you see, Mr. Witt, you know, he's a personal friend of mine, but he's a very important, very private person. He doesn't like strangers. Too many wackos on the loose, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Throwing people off of buildings and the like.
There's the people always talk about mirrors.
I told you what I know. I mean, by the name, I guess it's something powerful and something Dr. Malloy doesn't want to let loose.
I know, the bad thing already came out. Maybe all that's left inside is hope.
Well, I'm just one of the few people who realize that we are not alone in the universe. I mean, anyone who thinks otherwise is insane.
Listen, Archie, what can you tell me about this power cell?
Well, according to Malloy, there were 2 of them on the spacecraft recovered at Roswell. The research scientists decided that it was some sort of alien battery, and they tried to break one down. The other one was cataloged and stored somewhere in the Roswell complex. You think you're the first person who ever wanted to get in there? Heck, every UFOologist in the world would love to get in there and take a look around the complex.
So why don't they?
Well, look, first of all, it's secured. The military, they don't want anybody getting in there. It's only accessible with top-level security clearance.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I know there might be
you
a
got
level
any
past
top-level
7.
security clearance?
Well, no.
Well, you know where I can get some?
No.
Well, I guess I'm just wasting your time.
People say I'm crazy?
I wonder why.
Yeah, that's the pen name for Elijah Witt. He uses for his books. It's an anagram of his real name.
Ah.
Sure, I know about the book. You don't? I mean, I've read it at least 100 times. Yeah, that's the code name for the research done at Roswell on the alien wreckage. I don't have any real good documentation on it. The government keeps a very tight lid on it. Oh, Mr. Witt is a living legend in the UFOologist community. I would love to have him over for some herbal tea and conversation, but he's always busy. I guess I just have to be content with his books. Well, as you can see, my shop here isn't just for anyone, but my magazine is written to be interesting and informative to all readers of all ages.
Nice freeze frame there.
Wow. I wonder what's in that herb tea.
Sure, I know about NSA. Scary group. I mean, common knowledge they're being run by aliens. Well, you know, I subscribe to the Mirror. It's a little soft on conspiracy issues, but yeah, not bad overall.
Ask about Lucia Purnell.
Yeah, she's a reporter for the Bay City Mirror. I mean, I tried to get her to write for the Cosmic Connection, but we didn't hit it off real well.
Something about me being a 2-bit hack. I don't know.
Oh, I ship it.
No, I'm drawing a blank.
That sounds like social activity.
Oh, yeah, someone by that name contacted me a couple of weeks ago. You know, he was trying to locate Dr. Malloy, but I couldn't give him much help.
Ask about Reagan. And you.
Well, you know, it's good to meet someone with the same ideas as me. You know, I get so tired of people thinking I'm some kind of kook or something.
'Cause you are.
Sorry.
Well, can you play a DVD? You played that thing.
Demagnetized disc.
He might be able to tell you if that security thing you have is high enough level security.
That's true.
And it's the ID badge.
There we go.
I can't help you with that.
Oh.
Uselessness.
Derpy face.
Derpy connection.
I think he's told us all he can.
Talking to Ellis was like entering the Twilight Zone. All this hocus pocus about aliens and quarantines. And what's the story of the Pandora device Ellis referred to? I wonder if it could be linked to the boxes Malloy sent out. Well, one thing seems pretty clear. Malloy considered the power cell to be important to his work and was convinced that one was still hidden away inside the Roswell military complex.
Oh boy.
I wonder what Fitzmaurice knows.
So let's see if
What, who?
North America will show us Roswell now.
Fitzpatrick, not Fitzmaurice.
Fitzmaurice?
Yeah.
The professor I've had repeatedly, who is awesome, but not a character in this game.
Good evening, Tex. You look as though you're onto something. What can I do for you?
Well, I had a little talk with Archie Ellis. It seems that Dr. Malloy was working on something called the Pandora device, and I think it's connected to the boxes. I'd like to run some of these new developments by you.
Perhaps some form of Pandora box.
I need some information about the Roswell military complex.
What kind of information?
Well, I got one of the boxes open, and inside I found a picture of what I've been told is an alien power cell recovered from the UFO crash at Roswell. I think the power cell must tie in somehow with the Pandora device. And apparently the only place I'm going to find the power cell is inside the Roswell complex.
You intend to go to the Roswell military base?
I don't see any way around it. That's why I called. I need to find a way in.
I don't think I can help you. My security clearance there is a thing of the long past.
Any suggestions?
The only people that would still have access to the base would be top military personnel. And perhaps the NSA.
Well, that's all. I guess I better get ready to go.
If you're certain you must go to Roswell, there's one other thing that I should tell you. The military base is well camouflaged, and you could spend weeks trying to locate the site. I'll give you the coordinates.
Don't go there yet.
If you have connections to the NSA, that's where I'd go to get security clearance high enough to get into the Roswell military base.
Connections, right.
It's possible that the box that Mr. Ellis received was a blind meant to throw the NSA off track. Knowing Thomas, he wouldn't put all of his information in any one box. Maybe we need all of the boxes to create the Pandora device.
All right. I think that's all the new stuff.
Hey, got a second?
Do you remember what day it is, Jack?
Maybe.
Oh, I think I can squeeze you into my busy schedule.
I like the sound of that. I'd like to see you in person.
She's
Why
gonna
not
try
come over? We can meet
to kill
in
you or something.
Huh. What's the pious rule of thumb? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Let's go with hesitant.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I should. Even a PI can only stand so much danger.
I promise I'll be gentle.
Older and wiser.
Oh, I've heard that promise.
Like your girlfriend.
You know, some men wouldn't be so resistant.
Huh.
Keep it cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's just part of my charm.
All right. I can tell you're too busy for me right now. Give me a call when you've got more time. See you.
I assume that an encounter with her is not exactly conducive to getting on Mission Street.
Look at this thing.
Despite warnings from Ellis and Fitzpatrick, I'm bound for Roswell. Hopefully the alien power cell is somewhere in the Roswell military complex. I know that without it, I'll never find out Malloy's secret.
Oh boy.
His deep, dark secret.
Day 6.
Now, I believe you said there were how many days?
7.
No, I think there's 10.
10.
9 gameplay days. The 10th one is the epilogue. I think.
Oh, that's right. 7 was
Under a Killing Moon.
Killing Moon.
Yeah.
Days were wrong.
Oh, wow.
The trip to
Graphics!
Roswell
Pretty
takes about
awful.
4.5 hours, giving me plenty of time to think. Something's bothering me from the last time I went to the Cosmic Connection. And it hits me. A black Avatar speeder was parked down the street. Could have been the NSA. The voice in the back of my head keeps telling me that Archie Ellis is in danger. Or is it that they're just keeping tabs on me? Eventually, I locate the military base, and using the NSA ID badge I found at Autotech, I'm able to get into the complex. The area is still running various security systems, but the place is totally abandoned, at least by humans.
Can't forget the fedora tax. Ah! It's a clapper.
Okay, let's save.
2043, everyone.
This place
Actually-
makes me nervous.
Actually, first, you'll notice he said he saw the
Yeah, he was scared for
Avatar
Archie.
speeder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
Archie's nervous when he comes to the door. Earlier, there were suspicious characters mulling around outside the shop. I tell him it might be wise to close the store for a while and take a little vacation. But the way things are heating up on this case, it's best not to be readily available for just anybody who might drop by.
Bacon saved. Bacon.
Sixes.
9 hours later.
I can type. Really, I can.
Oh, someone went a little crazy with the paper puncher.
Oh my. For real.
Numbers.
Whatever was written on this paper has been punched out.
Of course.
Disc
It's a
puzzle.
paper puzzle.
Oh.
Yay!
This is gonna be awful.
Which circle has the 9 on it?
It's numbers. Oh boy.
Alright, one of them looks like a thief.
You're a thief.
One of them looks like part of a 7.
That's not it. That is.
Zero is musically obvious.
Far.
5,
The
1,
9 is
4,
pretty
2, goat.
Goat.
5, 1. Yes. 5, 1, 4, 2, 9, 3, goat. Apparently, goat is also 1.
That bit that looks like a 7 is actually upside. Yeah.
So, there we go.
Yeah. The other one further to the right is the one with the 4.
There we go.
Can we declare a win at this point? I mean, it's it's blatantly legible.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's like doing math. You have to show your work.
Except way less fun.
Okay, where does that little
do
table
that.
go?
I think that is.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's the worst part of proofs.
Throat clearing.
There's so much throat clearing.
Okay, there's 2 that are just blank circles, no, 3. Does it matter which one you put in which?
You bet
No.
it does.
It better not count for anything.
It does.
So
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's solved right there.
Okay, good. Because
Good.
that would have been retarded.
I forgot. 514-2931.
Text pops him back in anywhere.
Yep.
He's OCD. He's an adventure game character.
That is an interesting
Look, it's a
rug.
ball of twine. I might need it later. I'll put it in my pocket.
I've seen these things before in war movies. What'd they call it? Walkie-talkie.
Wow. With batteries.
That are
Battery.
somehow not completely dead and corroded.
That is a really odd rug. That
Oh,
pattern
there's your
on
power
it.
cells.
I think it really ties the room together.
I think it's significant.
When are people going to learn that if you want to hide something, don't hide it under a mattress?
That looks important. We should disregard it entirely.
Oh.
Oh, it's that thing.
Puzzle.
Oh, goody. Well, that won't be tedious and annoying.
Then what's this little item
Used to play
here?
Sudoku puzzles.
Level 2 security clearance.
Lieutenant
Joe Bob Oversby. Check out the porn star mustache on that guy.
Well, 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 what have we got here? A box of matches.
The mustache was the actual ranking officer.
Oh, it's an emergency procedures handbook. This may shed some light on something.
The guy was actually Private Steve.
Emergency Procedures Handbook. Bunker. The bunker shall remain closed at all times unless there is a true emergency. In case of dangerous conditions in the base, the klaxon tower will sound the emergency warning, and the bunker door will open. When the door is shut, the room will be sealed from all environmental and biological contaminants.
That can't possibly be foreshadowing at all.
It's like a map of the surrounding area.
If by surrounding area you mean the continents.
Yeah, North America. Think of Gargantua and Greenland because they use one of the shitty projections.
The sun's faded this photograph. Still looks pretty good, though.
Text, stop wanking on the job.
Alright.
Calendar's 20 years old.
Check and see if it actually is. What month is that?
It doesn't say.
Damn it!
It is Ozymandiary.
It's a 31 days, I think it looks like.
Yeah, it's a 31-day map.
Map?
Calendar. That.
Well, the calendar's like a map of time, sort of.
The map of time.
It's all wibbly wobbly, timey, wimey.
Hello?
How nice. I can always use an extra key.
What was that?
There's a little green thing with a drawer in it.
Disc.
It's just bullshit ambient
A
sounds.
credenza.
No, credenzas are like that except for
Credenza.
wrong.
Credenza.
I think we pretty much ransacked this room.
Yep.
Tony Denza.
Phone's probably no longer hooked up to people in this galaxy. It's like a
Or
map
was
of the
it ever
surrounding
hooked
area.
up in this
By
galaxy
which in
at
this
all?
time we mean the States.
Hey, this toilet's just painted on.
Uh-oh.
That's a weird place to keep a
Power
knife switch.
Must be important being this close to the door.
Not just a power switch, a knife switch.
A twin-bladed knife switch, in fact, for all the current. All of it.
Oh, what did he say?
Nothing happened. Must be something wrong.
Or I just continue to fail at everything I do.
We can get a coin to place into the...
Yeah, sure. A scratched up penny.
That was one
Shovel.
wobbly rock.
I guess you never know. I might have to dig my way out.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Okay. So, stuff like collapsible antennas and keys and discs and
Brendan buys
badges.
that.
Batteries, okay.
Shut
What the
the
frack is he putting the shovel? Like, does he have, like...
Well, Brendan...
Does he have a
we
baldric?
We all wondered if Tex had a mutation, and now we know.
Does he have a baldric? Is he just, like, carrying it on his back like a broadsword?
We all...
Because that's actually kind of cool.
I'm telling
This piece
you,
looks
his
like it was
mutation.
connected to the cable above it.
Is he has an ass of holding?
He's probably just holding it over his shoulder like this while he explores.
Do that where people can see it, Daniel.
Yeah. Like this.
I don't think he's going to be doing that.
Yeah, he needs his hands free.
This cat could come in handy.
Well, he needs.
Flashlight!
This flashlight looks like it could put out quite a
Combine
bit
it with
more
the batteries.
Yes.
We need the flashlight. We need the flashlight. We'll be so much safer with the flash.
Silly, Mark. You don't combine the flashlight with the batteries.
Careful,
You
something
combine the
Yes, I
batteries
see.
with the flashlight.
I feel so much safer knowing we have that flashlight.
Wow.
It's your fault.
For your first video game experience on a console being Eternal Darkness, yes, it is my fault.
This cat could come in handy.
These wire strippers seem to be in pretty good shape.
Whatever would you do with him? Oh, you're so polydactyl.
I would pick him until he purrs.
That is a good thing to do with a kitty.
Clearly, there should be a kitty scritching puzzle.
I concur. It would be the best puzzle.
The least rewarding.
You've never scratched a kitty.
Some people just aren't cat people.
It's true.
Aha.
Well, I guess that just about says it all, doesn't it?
Danger.
Laser field.
Lasers!
Personality.
Well, I won't be
That
able
makes
to
you
open
way
the
happier
door
than it
without
should.
following security
Honey.
procedures.
Lasers.
You make a compelling argument.
Lasers.
Is there a
Lasers.
number on there?
Yes.
No, the number you got in the hole punch thing.
Oh, right. Where was that?
A simple punch pick.
5142931.
Punch.
Why should I?
5142931.
That doesn't seem to do
No.
Eight, 7, 3, 8, 0, 4.
Mark is good at this. This is not his first rodeo.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh,
The
Well, what I
thing.
think must be the source of a million
numbers.
volts on the sign outside.
Why does a laser
Let's
field
step
look like a
into
weird
these and I'll
wrestling
be
ring gone wrong?
It does. It looks like several wrestling rings.
Gone wrong.
Gone very, very
Okay,
wrong
let's
indeed.
look at the key again.
See.
Lasers!
Just throw a bunch of mirrors in there. Watch it all burn. Laugh maniacally.
Divide by 0.
Why did you do that?
Just because.
You're not a bunch of mirrors.
You're not a bunch of mirrors at all.
You're made of squish meat.
You know, we didn't die at all last time, and we're at, I think, 3 now.
Yeah.
Oh well. Mark, I love it when you break character.
PI rule number 82 is fairly recent, but it's an important entry in the PI manual. Don't get too close to a laser net security system. Stepping into the red beams initiates a series of painful reactions, not the least of which is death.
Oh, I wish he'd given his commentary last time he died.
Yeah, it doesn't always, sadly.
If it can
Wait
kill
a second. I just noticed something about the dates.
Oh no.
5/19/112.
It's
When does he think
2112.
this is?
This was
We're in
totally,
the future.
This was totally made before
The Y2K.
The Y2K thing.
Oh wow! It's like
112.
it's like a historical artifact.
Speaking of kids, if you weren't around back then, people actually used to think
That was 12 years ago.
That the world was going to end. Yes, we know, honey.
Oh, I need to close
There
the
are
panel.
people on the internet who were like 6 when that happened.
I don't think they would be watching this, though. Yet, at least.
18-year-olds,
All one of them.
18-year-olds would be watching this, and they would have been 6 at the time. No, 7.
That's not.
Google Y2K bug. It's pretty much the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bit more simply.
Use the laser field deactivator. Step 2. Cross the 9 sectors shaded in red in 4 movements that are either horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. You cannot re-enter a sector that has been previously crossed. To accomplish this, place the deactivator controller in sector nope.
Sector nope.
So essentially all you have to do is use every square.
Yep.
Doesn't sound terrible.
Well, every of these 9 squares.
Yeah. Again, doesn't really sound that bad.
Oh, this looks...
Especially given we can move diagonally.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't enter a sector twice.
Yeah.
It has to be the ones shaded in red, so does it correspond with that thing so they're all from the top? You go to enter, don't you?
Is there a... That's nothing to do with anything.
It's the graph from the paper, I bet. Laser field diagram thingy.
Alpha? Oh, that probably is a,
Ooh, that's a familiar spell.
So you actually had 2 letters right.
Alpha.
I went to where it is on a keyboard, okay?
Alpha.
The A is right there.
I can type, guys.
I get the feeling you're tired, Mark.
Only a little bit.
Code accepted.
Alpha.
Right. I look forward to watching us killed with lasers many more times.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to cover the entire grid. Oh, no, you're just going outside because, yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is a simple enough spell I've seen it cast before. I think Mark knows it too.
Yeah, I've done this one at least a few times myself.
Yeah, that'll work.
How many moves do we have?
4, I thought.
5.
5?
5?
You got a little
4,
counter there on the
5.
corner.
No, that's not going to work yet, quite. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Incorrect.
See, you have 4.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
You
kind
were
of starting
missing
point.
one.
Yeah, yeah, 4.
Mm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Starting from
Bottom right
bottom right,
to top left.
top left.
Over to there.
Yeah, maybe we've seen this cast before as well.
Down. No, I haven't actually.
That's it.
And up.
Because that's an old puzzle.
No, I haven't done this one before.
I've seen it round.
Blue lasers.
And somehow the blue lasers are apparently not dangerous.
Even though blue lasers are much higher energy than red lasers, this makes no sense.
It's the rule of G.I. Joe, guys. Come on.
G.I. Joe!
G.I. Joe fucked up Cobra. With blue lasers.
Well, it's because...
But they were the good guys, because they were
blue
America.
is good and red is bad.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Come on.
I mean,
Luke Skywalker, blue lightsaber. Coincidence? I think not.
Darth Vader, red lightsaber. Also not coincidence.
well, I mean, you know, Luke cut up plenty of things with a blue lightsaber.
Samuel L. Jackson, purple lightsaber.
Yes, but
Wait,
only
what?
bad things.
This is correct.
Exactly. He's good, but he's also a bad...
Luke Skywalker, green lightsaber? Know what's going on. I'm confused at this point.
Strip the wires.
Aw, yeah.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Take it all off.
That's got to be the entrance to the main basketball facility. There's no visible way
And
to
then
open
short
this from
that
out here.
node to that.
Must have been operated by security personnel inside. To think about this.
Use the wires.
Nope.
The colors, Duke.
The colors.
I'm colorblind, kid.
Oh yeah, no.
I guess another message to kids who are watching this, that's probably also before your time, huh?
It's also incorrect. Dogs aren't actually colorblind.
You know, between this and hearing freaking Nirvana come on 107.7,
They're
I'm
perfect.
feeling pretty damn old.
Yeah, they're like pretty colorblind-ish, but they can distinguish between colors.
So, seriously, I could understand if it came on, you know, the classic rock's Next Generation, but this was KRXO and Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's not okay.
Okay. I missed that before.
You did.
A fuse.
Fuses always come in handy when working with explosives. Allows me to keep my distance.
Explosives.
Something that
Hey, look at that.
something that various court orders require me to do.
So there's that.
And a box of matches.
Wonder what we'll be doing with that.
Trouble.
Flip the switch.
I didn't do it.
Run away!
Not behind it, Daniel.
Uh-oh.
These
Oh,
barrels are filled with the kind of stuff that makes you glow in the dark.
are those open barrels?
No.
Oh,
They're
good.
sealed.
But if you get
Sealed.
another firefight, at least you can set everything on fire again.
I don't
A
think
nice
that's how that
radioactive
works.
warm fire.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works at all. So what are we hiding in here for?
There's something in here.
More
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think we just found it.
Ah, laser.
Dynamite. Wonder if it's any good.
Yeah, it's
call
no
it a-
Now you
plastique,
can blow
but
things
you know.
up.
Well, if it's not good, it's actually more explosive.
Indeed.
Because
As Eddie discovered that one time.
the nitro comes out of the toluene, and then when you just kind of like hit it with something, it goes boom.
Wait, what happened?
Eddie had a really old firework that he set up outside our old apartment's front door as a prank, and then knocked and ran. And instead of being a whole big ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da like it should have been, it was just a big
It sounded like a shotgun. I freaked out, actually.
Yeah.
And I was pleased.
Actually, you panicked and ran. I heard you do it.
It was pleased running.
I was by the door.
Because I knew what was coming.
I had enough adrenaline in me, I could hear everything, especially my own pulse.
Dum, boom, dum, boom, dum, boom.
Way too slow there, Brendan.
Okay, let's see if I can cheat this a bit, because this will make it so much easier.
Well, what?
Going to save first.
Good idea.
Try and light the dynamite on the laser.
No, that's
Okay.
not what I'm
But
doing.
he has it selected and he's like a million miles away.
Long distance explosive.
Combine with the matches.
Which uses up every match in the box.
Use
No, it looks
on.
like the box is back.
I'd better get as far
Yes,
away
it
as
worked.
possible.
I don't even.
You just chucked it.
Hey, it's legit.
He threw it through
Further
the
than
laser
that.
field.
That's because he's a boss.
How do you need to get?
That sounded boomtastic.
No, it wasn't yet.
He has to get
Dude,
into
why
his
didn't you
shelter
just travel
first.
away?
Okay, now you're more than far away enough, I think.
Why didn't you just use your travel?
Probably because it reset the events.
Possibly. They give you quite a bit of time.
Well,
for
yeah, because they
obvious
assume you
reasons.
have to go back through the maze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
Silly
assuming you're not being a
assumptions.
cheap asshole.
Up top, Mark.
And yeah, see, we still have the matchbox.
Plenty.
We should
Uh,
We
build
can
the
use it
cars.
to light our cigarettes.
We can set our shovel on fire.
Flaming shovel, like that's an
Fire
awesome
shovel.
weapon against zombies.
I'm pretty sure they used that in Dead Island, didn't they?
Or the emergency procedures book. Don't need this. Screw safety.
We're
We have
carrying a lot of
explosions.
paper. We are in fact carrying a lot of paper. We have plenty of things we can set on fire.
I shall name this shovel Phlogistus.
I nominate the demagnetized disc.
That might be
Still
trickier.
can't play. They really are giving you plenty of time.
But you don't have to play it if you burn it.
Why won't it go kaboom? But where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Oh, there you go.
I wonder if there is something wrong with my Q36X space modulator. I don't think I had that right at all.
Ludium Q36 space modulator.
Ludium Q36 space modulator.
I was trying to say X86.
Interior crocodile alligator.
And the
Why
lasers
did it
are
not
still
blow
back.
these up?
Yup.
Because the
it's
lasers are
annoying.
light, you can't blow light up.
Yeah, but the stuff that's, emitting them.
Video game logic, do not question it.
I don't know. I think that Regan chick could probably blow some light up.
There's probably a lot of things. I'm not going to go any further with that.
You know you want to, Daniel.
Nope.
Well, it's Tony
Join
Roberts,
us
so
on
I
the-
want to.
Join us on the dark side, Daniel.
Nope, not in
Cookies,
yet.
Daniel.
I already
Looks like
had
the
some.
blast took enough of the door off for me to get inside.
Open.
I sure hope no one closes that door while you walk through it.
Oh god, the piercing damage.
Closes what's left of it.
Uh-oh.
This was a wise decision.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that kill you?
But Carl!
Oh, no. apparently
That
not.
kills
Just
people.
another day.
Just another day in the life of a private investigator.
Is that 3 days or 2 that we've made it through today?
One
Lots.
hit me.
This is the start of our
Must
third
have
day
been a pocket of gas by
today.
the door.
I think. Yeah, because we started at the beginning of day 4.
Yep. So
Yeah, so we did
we
day
did
4, day 5, and day 6.
day 6. This
Oh.
is day 7.
Yeah, I can count. Only not.
You type. You can type too.
Well,
Should've.
computer people and math apparently don't get along.
Isn't that right, Daniel?
I'm thinking math, I swear. I'm fluent in X.
Because I have nothing else of interest to put there. Recall. Access unlimited.
Yay!
Let's wreck this all.
Atomic
Tasty fruit
cola.
juiced.
Tasty fruit.
Atomic cola. It's a blast to drink.
Warning, maybe
Is that a pool
radioactive.
cue?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they must be talking about Mountain Dew.
Still straight after all these years leaning against the wall.
You're gonna you got a pool cue and a where are they fitting?
Honey,
I'm pretty
we've
sure there was-
discussed this.
I'm pretty sure there was a gay joke in that.
Looks like one dart was left behind.
And that one.
Better take it.
What, the gay joke?
Oh yeah.
When it comes
Screens
to
are
gay
pretty
jokes,
dusty.
Brendan always likes to take it.
He
Yeah.
takes it alright.
Oh yeah.
Weight bar looks like it's made from a titanium alloy.
Ooh, now that's useful.
Better shove that in your bag too.
Why would someone waste a titanium alloy on
The only
a
thing
weight?
weights ever did for me was make me tired. The only thing...
Freeway bar.
Oh my god.
Called it.
Who cares? You have a rod of
Like a
titanium
kid's
now.
toy. Bet some general cried for a week when he lost this.
He.
The Alien Abductor by Robco. Looks like it's missing a battery pack. Too bad. Looks like fun.
Boy, if only we had a ho-ho. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Not going to worry about that yet, though, for reasons that will become apparent pretty soon.
Reasons.
Reasons.
Pregnant reasons, apparently, since they're expecting.
Mm.
Oh yeah! Stealth joke.
That wasn't stealthy at all, honey.
That was such a bad joke, I'm going to make you take it to term.
Oh.
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 Oh,
That's
hi,
bad.
Oh shit, it's got didgeridoos.
Uh-oh. The hair on the back of my neck's standing up. Something's headed my way.
With didgeridoos.
Something.
Travel out.
Or something.
I can't. Come on.
How does I door?
Diesel fuel.
This barrel's got some diesel fuel inside.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Diesel fuel, dynamite, radioactive chemicals. This is a
This
great
barrel
place
is
to
bone
be.
dry.
If you like explosions.
I think that's part of a welding torch.
And a welding torch! This just gets better and better.
Are we Michael Bay?
Maybe.
I'm starting to feel kind of Michael Bay.
What's this? It appears these doors have been welded shut. Why would they do that? Looks like the weld is starting to crack a bit, though.
Well, fortunately, you have a welding torch, so you can touch that up really quick.
Kong!
This would be why the hair on the back of your neck is standing up.
You could probably break through that with a didgeridoo.
Hey, look, we got stuck on an item again.
What in goat?
There's only Mop.
Why did this happen? Quick, hit him with a didgeridoo.
That didn't work. Okay. Sorry for the interruption here. It'll be back shortly.
All is Mop.
While you wait, please observe the awesome face. It is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Did we divide by 0 again?
No, it just stuck.
Stuck on item.
At least we'd saved recently.
Just like
More importantly.
Ooh. Looks bad.
Yes, it does.
Looks bad, man.
Probably smells bad too.
Mm-hmm.
We're so going to die at least once while we're in here.
From didgeridoos?
Yes.
Nah, probably not.
Didgeridoos are lethal.
I'll go into
The
hypnotoad.
body is distorted, the facial features are twisted. What the hell created this kind of terror?
Bet it looks like a glowing green gas.
That
They're
plays
really
didgeridoo.
scared of didgeridoos.
Disc. What little secrets are recorded on this baby?
Is that a gun next to it?
The weapons don't appear to be in usable condition.
Convenient.
Sorry. They wouldn't do any good against a glowing green cloud anyway.
Whoa.
As I said.
It's Slimer.
Chairs are scattered everywhere. Everyone was in a panic.
There's something in there.
Yo.
Let's roll a duct tape. That stuff's always useful.
Yes!
Is this the first time in a Tex Murphy game we've gotten duct tape?
I think so.
My
Adventure
God!
Game gold.
Well, maybe they just figured it'd be too easy.
Whatever that is, doesn't look like it was purchased at Sears.
It looks like one of those pieces of paper we have is what it looks like.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it does.
You know, this is actually the first time I've looked that closely at it. That's actually kind of neat looking.
Yes, it is.
Alright. Combine with
The thing.
containment scrap. We now have
A puzzle.
open containment unit.
Oh, sweet.
And now you let something out and you're dead. Rocks fall, everyone dies.
No, I think that what was in there has already been let out.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Hey, that computer
Might
looks
play
There's a
DVDs.
CD player in here.
You call that a CD player?
Okay, if you want to call
Hey.
it
2043, everyone.
Hey, I watch shit on my CD player all the time.
Literally.
killing everyone.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Heat or energy. And it seems to suck the life right out of everyone it gets on top of. It takes in
It's
energy.
Barbara Streisand.
To go through a semi-dormant state where it might be vulnerable. The only way to stop it, maybe to trap it in a containment pod. No one here knows how to operate it. The last left. I don't want to die.
I'm spending the last of my moments doing this for some reason.
We had more discs.
Yeah, but they're
They won't play on that.
This is a
Emerald-colored
CD
slime must be
player.
the source of the nauseating smell in here.
Oh, you are so fucked, Tex. Oh, sorry.
oh, it doesn't matter. This isn't for another site now. This is my own thing. So
So,
language is not.
Our language can be as salty as
Fuck,
it
fuckity, fuck,
normally
fuck, fuck.
is.
Whatever's after me is getting very, very
We can mark as
close.
blue as we see fit.
That always creeped the hell out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
This charred corpse appears to have had the flesh burned and seared off the body.
Isn't that creepy?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, was that something suspended from the ceiling? If so, badass.
Oh, what a feeling. Duct taping pants to the ceiling.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
That's metal. Harumph.
Give the governor a harumph. Okay, Daniel, I may need a little omniscience because I always manage to forget where a little bit of everything is in here. I'm in the mess hall right now. I know that I need to get several things from here. Like...
Because Tex has the munchies.
Nothing in here would be edible anymore.
There are only
Not
two
even
things-
sea rations?
20 years.
Only two things in the mess hall.
And there's one of them.
ice pick,
Very
which I know
basic
exactly.
instinct.
It's great for when you have to stab something to death.
Then there's all those things.
Also breaks ice.
Well, given the trouble he had with Chelsea, Tex definitely needs some help breaking ice.
Oh.
There it is.
Should be some
Saucepan.
And I'm having a tangled moment.
Wait, is there a storage room in here?
Not in here, no.
Okay.
The trash cans.
This is the storage room.
Awesome.
Hey, we've been in here.
Ice pick. Come on. No. Ice pick. Yes. Use. Ice pick. Pot. Use.
Is this really the time for that?
Oh, but it is. But it
You
is.
have a saucepan of diesel fuel.
That looks disgusting.
But it's gonna
Better
make
heat it up.
But it's gonna make a great sauce for maybe some noodles.
Yeah, looks like might make a pretty good au jus.
A pretty good with sauce.
Please tell me we're not cooking that in here.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Well, that doesn't...
You have to turn
Come
it
on.
first.
Ducking.
doesn't happen.
There we go.
Oh, yes.
The diesel fuel looks a little more like liquid now.
Ah, so you could clarify it.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh wow, those drink things are kind of fluorescent.
Wouldn't
Okay.
worry much. Diesel fuel is surprisingly stable.
Okay, in the next storage room, there ought to be a spark plug.
Yup.
Looks like the Kaiser forgot his helmet during his last inspection. Hey, that's the same model my accountant had. When I had an accountant. Or money, for that matter.
Oh, Tex, you have $100.
Box of industrial strength spark plug.
Actually, it has
More
more
than
since
that.
it got some
that's
out of
true.
the thing. Spark plug.
You know, those look less like spark plugs and more
That's
like
just an
something
old
else.
toolbox. Yeah, cardboard boxes are all.
Turkey baster?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's like turkey
Still more
basters or like
Baby
really,
nose bulbs.
They appear
Yeah.
to be made of plastic.
or really weird owls.
Hello. What's that?
Acetylene torch cutting tip.
Aha.
Aha!
Whoa ho!
Tex Murphy watches MacGyver, doesn't he?
Every adventure game hero
The
does.
generator room.
But yes, especially him.
Don't just comment on the room, enter it, you fool. There's a generator to activate.
Open that. Liquefied fuel. There we go. Open. Open. Spark plug. Use there.
Oh man, talk about stating the obvious.
Huh?
What's it say? Something.
I can't tell.
Here.
Discharged without.
For emergency
reasons. The let's worry about this later.
Yeah. Run the clock.
Move the timer handle a few times.
There we go. And then hit start. The green button.
Remain nervous button. Starts the generator.
That's got it going.
I dig the music. It's not ominous or anything.
Yeah. So you're just gonna wait for it to stop going?
Mm-hmm.
Because that means the green cloud will be all blah blah blah.
I can't hear the generator anymore. Maybe our little friend has eaten his fill.
It's just creepy.
Don't look directly into the trap.
I looked at the trap, Ray. I'm glad someone did that. Thank you.
It is back in the box.
Hooray.
The only reason you're not supposed to look at the trap is because it's really bright.
And if anyone watching this has to have a Ghostbusters reference explained to them, I weep for humanity.
Yeah, if that's the case, what are you doing watching this? Go watch Ghostbusters.
All one.
No. Finish watching this,
Then
go watch Ghostbusters. It's on Netflix since it's streaming. It's not going anywhere.
All one of you.
We'll be on YouTube. Has anyone actually watched us tonight, Daniel?
I can't. Brendan, you can see it better than I can.
I don't know what your
it should
alien
say
script means.
up at the red text at the top of the window.
There's something at the top of the window.
There should be at least one number in there, maybe.
Yeah, it should say viewers number.
Looks like Fred Flintstone's bowling ball.
Nope.
These pipes don't look like they can.
Oh, sadness.
Oh, they usually have at least one.
Yeah,
Not even takes today?
apparently not.
I know Sammy's not because he's having to move.
Yeah.
A lot of people have big weekend plans, I think.
These pipes don't look like they can help me.
Thanks.
Blah. Okay. Where now?
There should be a wire
I
cutter
know.
somewhere.
One thing I can do is
Release the
combine.
sprout- or release the green cloud into the world.
Wait, what?
That's a bad idea.
It's a dart cube?
Dark cube.
And duct tape.
It's now a-
Exit.
Are
a
you
spear.
kidding me? That is awesome.
Perhaps a javelin.
Next time you're in a barroom brawl, Brendan.
And I have 15 free minutes.
Oh.
Or, you know...
Tearing off a scrap of duct tape and taping a dart onto a pool cue won't take that long.
Someone's ID
What if he gets
badge.
into a ballroom brawl?
It's just out of reach.
Or worse yet, a ballroom blitz.
Ooh, an MP. Clearance level 3.
Hooray. Now to get away from all these creepy corpses.
Aw, just when I was beginning to really like them.
Yeah, I think they really accentuate the barracks here.
Sorry, sir. Did you acquire cutters of the sort?
I got the acetylene torch cutting tip.
Wire cutters?
I had wire strippers earlier.
I think there are cutters to get.
I have not gotten them.
They're on a box in a corner.
That's helpful.
Possibly near the generator.
Way to narrow it down.
Aha.
Aha!
Wire cutters.
Awesome. And no two-tank.
Great. An oxygen tank. I'll know where to go if I start to hyperventilate.
I'd really that's how the hell he's carrying that damn thing. Those are heavy. And unwieldy.
But good to have in case you're...
Well, you know, we can really only see, you know, what he sees. We don't see that he's pulling behind him a little red wagon.
Radio flyer!
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
Still, it's always handy to have an oxygen tank when you're out at sea.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jaws attacks your boat.
Yep.
And then you can shove it in his mouth.
Not getting eaten. And then
Oh,
take
that's a good
that handy bolt-action rifle and shoot the oxygen tank with your
Is there anything else?
pinpoint marksmanship.
Here.
An oxygen tank is not a pinpoint. When there's a shark in your face and you've chucked that thing at his jaws, it's taking up a pretty significant chunk of your cone of sight.
Never
It's a
billiards.
pretty easy shot.
It was
Never
still an
get the
underwater
hang of
shot.
this game. I kept sticking my
At a
cue right
decent
into the
distance.
table. Signs ID each workout station.
In case you couldn't figure it out.
Well, there's the military.
Weight bench looks sturdy enough.
Are you going to pick up the
Exercise
weight bench
bike.
too?
I gave up this stuff a long time
Everything
ago.
that's nailed
Paying
down.
attention to my health always got in the way of a good time.
Amen, Tex.
Fruit punch and cola. If this is all there is to drink around here, no wonder the place is empty.
There's no bourbon.
Well, what else would they have with their tater tots?
Yeah, we
Ding!
Okay, maybe it's time to elevator. Actually, maybe it's time to alien abductor.
What?
They just abducted me,
You have the torch handle.
I think. Release it into the vents.
Alright, do you have the torch handle?
Yes.
It'll be funny.
Cool.
Do it.
Combine all the things.
Come on.
The weight bar stopped the fan dead in its tracks.
There we go. Right through the middle of the blade, apparently.
Makes no sense.
Actually, wait.
Titanium
Wait.
bar.
I still need the remote control for the thing. I do need to put the batteries in it too, but I don't have the remote control for the alien abductor yet.
I thought our batteries were on a flashlight.
No, we have a battery
Battery
pack
Oh.
that we got at
We
the
bited it.
at the electronic shop.
Right.
Robco battery pack.
Now it's time to elevator.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And the store
That
sealed
can't be
shut
too
with
bad.
contamination. It's a toxic waste bin.
Don't let that stop you, Tex.
Oh boy, a hamburger.
I'm sure there's no contamination in the general's playroom.
Ah, the war room.
I gotta find a way into these hot zones without getting killed.
No fighting in the war room.
Linguistics lab area.
Why the hell is that? Never mind.
Doors won't open. I'll be tied to a security system.
Oh, like the
Some
one that's
sort of
just off screen. Somewhere.
Some
There
sort
it
of
is.
String.
And where is...
It should be a total of Roswell security building.
So not that one.
Yeah, there you go. I need a duct remote.
Several top secret military documents.
Several.
Not just one. Ooh, cool.
National Security Information, top
Whoa.
secret, eyes only, copy 1 of 1. Attention, President-elect Dwight D. Eisenhower, 18 November 1952. Briefing Officer Admiral Roscoe Hillenketter. MJ1. Warning, this is a top-secret, eyes-only document containing information essential to the national security of the United States. Eyes-only access to the material herein is strictly limited to those possessing Ultra 7 clearance level. Operation Majestic 12 is a top-secret research and development intelligence operation responsible directly only to the President of the United States. Operations of the project are carried out under control of the Majestic 12 group, which was established by special classified executive order of President Truman on 24 September 1947 upon recommendation by Dr. Vannevar Bush and Secretary James Forrestal. Members of the Majestic 12 group were designated as follows: Admiral Roscoe H. Hillenketter, Dr. Vannevar Bush, Secretary James V. Forrestal, General Nathan F. Twining, General Hoyt S. Vandenberg, Dr. Detley Bronk, Dr. Jerome Hunsaker, Mr. Sidney W. Sowers, Mr. Gordon Gray, Dr. Donald Menzel, General Robert M. Montague, Dr. Lloyd V. Berkner. The death of Secretary Forrestal, 22 May 1949, created a vacancy until 1 August 1950, upon which date General Walter B. Smith was named as a permanent replacement. Number T-52 Exempt E, top secret, eyes only, copy 1 of 1. A local rancher reported that a UFO had crashed in a remote region of New Mexico, located approximately 75 miles northwest of Roswell Army Air Base. On 7 July 1947, a secret operation was begun to assure recovery of the wreckage of this object for scientific study. During the course of this operation, serial reconnaissance discovered that 4 small human-like beings had apparently ejected from the aircraft before it exploded. A special scientific team took charge of removing these bodies for study. The wreckage of the craft was also removed to several locations. Civilian and military witnesses in the area were debriefed, and news reporters were given the effective cover story that the object had been a misguided weather research balloon. A covert analytical effort organized by General Twining and Dr. Bush, acting on the direct orders of the President, resulted in a preliminary consensus, 19 September 1947, that the disk was most likely a reconnaissance craft. This conclusion was based, for the most part, on the craft's size and identifiable provisioning. A similar analysis of the 4 dead occupants was arranged by Dr. Bronk. It was the tentative conclusion of this group, 30 November 1947, that, although these creatures are human-like in appearance, the biological and evolutionary processes responsible for their development has apparently been quite different from those observed or postulated in Homo sapiens. Numerous examples of what appear to be a form of writing were found in the wreckage. Efforts to decipher these have remained largely unsuccessful.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Computer touchpad controls. Whoa, these ultra-thin computer monitors are still expensive. Must have cost the Army a small fortune.
2043, everybody.
Yup.
2043.
Flat screen monitors. Prohibitively expensive, apparently.
Inflation.
There we go.
Wow, what do we got here? Looks like a remote control for a toy. Well, this seems pretty simple to operate. Turn it on and steer. If I want to pick something up, get the crosshairs on the object and get it. Easy as falling down.
I'm pretty sure you don't have to steer in order to fall down.
And reel-to-reel tape player. These were popular before cassette decks took over.
2043.
Colonel, we've placed the probe in the ventilation system on level 1. We've surveyed level 2 and it appears there are no survivors.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Wah, wah, wah.
Colonel, we've placed the probe in the
Yep, that's
ventilation
it. Real
system
deal
on level
tape.
1. We've surveyed level 2, and it appears there are no survivors.
Is there something on that table?
Oh, yep.
These photos are either dead aliens or my sister's kids.
Ha!
Hey, Brad, what are you doing up here? Are you being small?
Huh.
She will always be small.
Meow. There you go.
And pink. So,
Now this door's sealed shut because of contamination. Now this door's sealed shut because of contamination.
Yep.
Reactor
So-
room.
back upstairs, yeah?
Yeah. Hello. What's
Yep.
this? Wait. No need to go
Metaller's
back
lab
yet.
area.
There's a thing.
It's another security card reader.
Oh, okay.
Probably for the elevator.
That's right, that's deviator.
So there's multiple security cards we'll need.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. 'Cause it's an adventure game.
What files say that from the old troublemaker?
How many levels are there to this complex?
3, I think. Alright, now for one of the more annoying parts of this game.
Easy as falling down my butt, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Brendan, easy as falling down your butt. Terrifying.
You're welcome for that
I'll
metal
make no
image.
commentary.
Cut that out.
Combine all the things.
Alien abductor.
Battery pack is one up.
Battery pack. I forget if I have to combine them with the remote or not.
You probably do.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it just occurred to me that picture of the little girl is probably of Regan.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, now you totally can't get into her because the first time you saw her was a picture of her at 3.
Tanya Roberts,
That's
I'd
just
still tap
creep.
that.
Well, yeah,
That's just creepy.
That's why I said that when like she showed up in his office. Yeah, I got a picture of you as a child. It's not creepy, is it?
So, gotta turn around.
It's a trap.
Yeah. F10. See if that helps. If you have a map over there, Daniel, that would help a lot.
Just do the rat maze thing. All lefts.
Yeah. Well, right here. This, I don't think this goes anywhere. Or yes, it does. Okay, yeah, all lefts. Make it easy on me.
That doesn't always work.
Follow the shaft until you
See?
see a sign on the left-hand wall that says J1-1.
That busted fan
Make
looks
it
like
right.
trouble.
Then you just circle back around and keep making lefts.
Yep.
It always works.
You shouldn't spaz out so much when
Sometimes
you get
it
forward.
can get you going in a circle. It depends on where you start out in the maze.
Yeah.
There's the J1.
If there's a
What's that sign say?
vent cover
Thank goodness for these
No, to the
signs.
right.
J12,
Go to J11.
I already passed it. It's back there. And I.
Did you
Wait.
make it right there?
Yep.
Okay, good. Follow the shaft to the end, then turn right again.
There we go.
Down pointing arrow. Good.
I wish there were like a keyboard. Well, I can do that, but that.
Continue until there's a fan blocking your path.
This fan could do some serious damage to the abductor if it hits it.
Okay, so hover all the way down, straight forward to that, up. Alright, so there's J212.
Getting...
Okay, so I'm past the fan. Where to now?
Okay, so J212.
Alright.
Making a left at J212, at J28, turn right and follow the shaft into the metallurgy lab.
There is no J28 down this one. J212 is a different thing altogether.
This looks like the main memory core for the Roswell computer system.
Hooray.
What's that?
Oh, looks like you made it to the misfilled metallurgy lab?
No, this is the the computer lab.
Hello.
It's not a key.
So you're in
It's a
the
screwdriver.
Better still.
biology. Where are you?
The computer lab.
Got it.
Memory.
It was at J212.
With all these computers in here, this must be the heart of the computer operation for the whole complex.
It's convenient you don't run out of battery while doing all this stuff.
It's just more of those disgustingly slimy bug sacks.
Okay, so computer lab.
The door's welded shut from the outside and it won't open.
Yep, got the screwdriver.
So exit the room where you came in. J212, turn left. J28, turn right into the submetal unit.
Thank goodness for these signs.
Alright. Okay, that's a J211. 9. 8. I went too far. Okay.
Does this noise remind anyone else of the power loader from Aliens, only on a much smaller scale?
Not really.
No, nothing?
If I had this many TVs at home, I wouldn't need a remote.
Just the attention span of your average 2-year-old.
I haven't seen tanks like this before, except on Sequest.
Wow.
Wow.
Dated reference!
Console's pretty beat up.
Sequest. Ah.
Looks like a furnace of some sort.
Should be some hoses around somewhere.
Hoses, you say?
Hoses.
There we go. Can I pick it up from all the way over here? Yes, I can.
Got it.
Ah.
Is that all that's in here?
Yep.
His arm has grown long.
The long arm of the alien abductor.
That reaches through lasers.
Exit, follow shaft back, turn right at J28, follow the shaft until you reach another fan. Past that fan, continue on to your left at J21.
That busted fan.
Trouble starts with T, which rhymes with P,
And
which
that
stands for pool.
J21, I turn left.
Yep.
Okay, so in here. More things. Now where?
Okay.
Thank goodness for these.
Liftings. And G. Lost my base, D. J23, turn right and follow shaft until you pop out into linguistics lab.
Anyway,
I can't get the abductor out through that door.
I agree. Meow.
Linguistics
Computer
lab.
equipment.
There should be a red pass card.
It's like somebody dropped their security
tell it's red,
clearance
though.
card.
Nope, it
I
looks
guess they were
green.
just preoccupied with their own survival. Got it.
mine.
Maps of various spots around the globe. By the symbols, this computer was probably used in linguistics. Maybe they were trying to decipher an alien language.
Is that all that's in this room?
Yep. And this is a biology lab yet?
I
It's
don't
on the
believe so.
chair.
Dead body, dead body.
Nothing.
No.
Just like,
Just light on pleather.
Yep. Naga hide.
Naga hide?
Sure.
So how the frick do you get out of here?
Okay, so J23. Now where?
Okay, turn right and go to the end of the shaft. At J26, turn left and enter the biology lab.
Turn which way at the end of the shaft?
Left.
Left.
Should be all the way down. All the way down and then right, I think.
At J26, turn
26.
there we go.
56.
left.
This chair's in good shape. Salvage company can do pretty well around here. Sheesh. There are more TVs here than there are at a damaged freight sale.
Here, you're after a pile of acid.
Robotic arms. Yeah, I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't want to touch some of this stuff either.
Those look like microwaves.
Lord. That's a hand all right. But it's not human. Robotic arm.
Can't tell what any of that stuff is. That's okay, because I don't need any of it.
Main control panel looks out of... That's a... This tube has got some interesting fluid inside. Got it.
Where is it storing all this stuff it's abducted?
Alright, is that vial of acid all that I need out of here?
Yep.
Is there anything else that I need in the shafts at all?
Computer lab screwdriver, misspelled metallurgy lab hoses.
Thank goodness for these signs. At least there's some reference information in here.
Here you go.
Okay, so I can click home now. Bam.
I'm not gonna need this alien abductor anymore. Besides, I think my Robco battery pack is already running out of juice.
Alright.
Abduction managed.
Now then.
travel back down?
I believe we can.
Yes, travel is now available.
Hallway. Excuse me.
Veggie badge.
Red pass card.
We've got the red key.
I wonder what those wires are attached to.
Everything.
It's C4, plastic explosive wired directly into the elevator controls. No way to disarm this. If I get this thing out of here, I'll have about 30 seconds before it explodes.
Oh. Wire cutters.
Where are we putting it? Clever.
Kaboom!
Kaboom!
It's been released into the local water table.
This must be the shell of the spacecraft that crashed. Looks like all the individual parts have been stripped out and stored elsewhere.
Be careful, Vince. That's not too stable. How are you creatures getting up here so?
They want to be on camera.
Damn. The door mechanism sounds like it's jammed under the locked cover plates.
Can't do anything about that just yet.
What is this?
A piece of prefab building material. Looks like a support bracket for a small tower.
That's not what I was trying to look at.
Whatever attacked this facility sure left a gruesome calling card. Looks like these two soldiers died in agony.
I can't tell that it's soldiers, much less two of them.
Wow. It's a piece of pipe.
Can
Oh
you pick up
great,
the piece
another
of
empty
pipe?
box. Wasn't anyone in charge of removing these things? No, army books. This one sounds exciting. Proper procurement practices for privates and other people. Great, another empty box.
They totally involve bourbon.
Oh great, another oh,
All these empty boxes.
wow. I'll wager the coffee that could be scraped off the inside of this cup still wouldn't be as strong as Louis'. Oh, it's the Coffee Majestic 10,000. This model was responsible for half the home fires in San Francisco when it first came out.
Wow.
I managed to misread that as half the home fries.
Delicious.
But why are they made?
That's a tank of flammable gas.
Oh, lovely.
Acetylene tank.
Yay! Woohoo!
Looks like someone broke the end off their Whammo Master pogo stick.
Nah.
I don't know what it is, but I'm sure I can't
Broke
use it.
the end off their pogo stick.
Well, that's either a sextant or a meat slicer.
They
Old
broke
style
off the end
computer
of their pogo
accessory.
stick with a sextant meat slicer.
Oh great, another empty box. Wasn't anyone in charge of removing these things?
Yep, you.
I haven't seen a tool like this since my high school shop days.
Striker. Okay, combine. Cutting tip with torch handle.
I am Captain Planet.
Did you get the
Acetylene
striker
torch.
hanging from a box on your right?
Yes, I did.
He's
Great.
got it. That's the tool he hasn't seen since his high school shop days. Combined it with the oxygen tank?
Mhm.
Or, yes.
Huh.
And the acetylene kit. I'll wait and strike that momentarily. Mana mana. Mana mana.
Mana.
Nope.
No one else remembers that part, Mark. Just you. Just you.
It's okay, I won't laugh at you, Mark.
Lock's busted. Those doors lead into the conveyor track area. Oh man. The door bolt mechanism's stuck.
Well, I won't worry
Oh,
about
if I
opening
had a
it yet.
nickel.
Acid should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I'll have to do this manually.
Yay!
By clicking and dragging a numbered item on the screen, I'll have to create a path for item 186 to reach the
Ooh, I
transfer
love
tunnel.
these.
Well,
Oh,
here goes.
where's 186?
Right there at the top, middle.
Alright.
Oh, what was the access code? It's probably not it, but nope.
Denied.
Exit. No.
The drawing on this
7AC.
paper looks just like the slide I found in the puzzle box.
Nope, nope. That's not what I wanted.
Looks like I'll have to do this manually. By clicking and dragging a numbered item on the...
Alright.
1043.
There we go. Okay, so.
199.
Well, the problem is that these only move in the directions of the arrows.
Oh.
So I'm not at all familiar with these puzzles.
We'll have to start with... Yeah. May as well do the lower level as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, this puzzle's made of suck.
No, that's not what I want to do yet.
Yeah, it is, because there's anything else you can do.
Oh, yeah. But now there's nothing else that I can do here.
We're gonna have to reverse and go from the other direction.
Ah, heck.
Womp womp womp.
Well, I'm sure not getting points for this.
I thought we didn't care about that.
We'll never
We
win.
don't.
We'll never win. Whose line is it anyway?
No one wins that.
At least they have viewers.
Oh.
Oh.
Burn!
At least we got chicken.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You move those over so you can move those other ones down.
One of them anyway.
I don't think
Oh,
we can
wait,
move
wait, wait.
186 yet.
Aha! Hold up. Put those two back real quick. Oh wait, never mind, you can't.